Plug that in the blue. Blue? Yep. What's the green one for?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Newcastle High School for tonight's junior varsity women's basketball matchup between the visiting Monroe Central Golden Bears and your Newcastle Trojans. Let's number 4, Carson Bay.
Testing 1 2 3 level check. Testing 1 2 3 level check. Sound 1, sound 1.
At forward, 6'1" junior, number 13, Matt Goodwin.
Testing 1 2 3 with the lower RPM.
And at guard, the 6-foot freshman, number 20, Vincent Cobra.
And going lower, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. And now testing 1 2 3 sound check. Okay, we are at the halfway point on the sound. Testing from the Newcastle Fieldhouse. That sounds a little hot. Testing 1 2 3 4. That sounds a little hot. And now from the Fieldhouse, Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James. This is Mike 2, sound check 1. This is Mike 2, sound check 2. Sound check 2 on Mike 2. And back to Mike 1, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, we are doing a sound check for Nash 1025 app. Lorenzo Pettiford live from the Newcastle Trojans Fieldhouse. This is our sound check in preparation for varsity basketball. Currently going on right now is the JV game. The Newcastle Trojans JV are leading 13-2 with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. We are doing a sound check. Varsity action will start roughly around 7:15, tip off at 7:30. Okay, this is going to be our second sound check on the Nash 1025 app. Second sound check on the Nash 1025 app. Second sound check. Second sound check on the Nash 1025 app. See if we can get rid of some of that distortion. Sounded a little hot. What is going on? What? Okay, again, sound check from the Newcastle Fieldhouse. We have got the volume turned down a little bit. We were a little hot earlier on our initial sound check on the Nash 1025 app. Newcastle JV currently playing right now. We are in a sound check during the JV game. Our varsity pregame show will start roughly around 7:15, and tip-off will be at 7:30. This is a sound check on the Nash 1025 app. Wow, serious delay too. And a final sound check on the Nash 1025 app. This should be our final air check for the Nash 1025 app. Lorenzo Pettiford testing 1-2-3, 1-2-3. We got varsity basketball. The Newcastle Trojans hosting the Monroe Central Golden Bears. Our pregame show will start roughly around 7:15. Tip off at 7:30. Testing 1-2-3. Testing 1-2-3. Level check one, level check one. Test, test, test. Testing from the field house. Varsity basketball coming up. Tip off is at 7:30. Pre-game show will start at 7:15. Lorenzo Pettiford from the field house in Newcastle, Indiana. Sound check one, sound check one.
Ending in the first quarter, Newcastle leads 17-2.
Back on our video stream on YouTube. Test one, test one. We are Newcastle Trojans hosting the Monroe Central Golden Bears. Our pregame show will start at 7:15 for varsity basketball. Tip-off will be at 7:30. Test one, test one. Okay, another sound check on the YouTube stream. That sounds good. Good evening, Trojan basketball fans, and welcome to Game 16 for your Matt Luce-led Newcastle Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machines. The Trojans come in with a 6-9 record after a tough loss to Monroe Central Golden Bears last night on this home court. The Golden Bears came in with ranked number 4 in 4A basketball with their Mr. Basketball candidate, Luke Ertl, and they get the victory 62-49. It was a tough loss for our Newcastle Trojans last night, but Coach Luce and the Newcastle Trojans have refocused and are set to take on another ranked opponent. It's the number 12 ranked in 1A basketball, Monroe Central Golden Bears, and their head coach Brian Klein that have made the trip here to beautiful Newcastle, Indiana to take on our Trojans. So it's the Trojans hosting the Golden Bears on the Nash 1025 app, NashFM1025.com, and our video stream on YouTube. Just simply go to YouTube and type in the NC Trojans Report. So we are set for more Trojans basketball. Let that round ball fly high. Newcastle Trojans basketball will start now. Again, we are set to bring you more exciting Newcastle Trojans basketball. Mr. Ryan James, my cameraman, doing the honors. And, of course, yours truly, Lorenzo Pettiford, with the play-by-play call. The Monroe Central Golden Bears come in with the record of 11-3 under their second-year head coach, Brian Klein. In those 2 years that he's been guiding the Golden Bears program, Coach Klein has got a record of 30 wins and 10 losses. They have been playing some good basketball this year. That's why they are almost ranked in the top 10 at number 12. They had a 6-game winning streak that started back on December the 6th and went all the way to the new year, when Winchester was able to snap that 6-game winning streak and beat them 58-52 in a tight ball game there. They were supposed to play last night, the Golden Bears, like our Newcastle Trojans did, but that game got postponed against Blue River. So they've got plenty of rest and a little bit of extra preparation as they have made the trip here to Newcastle, Indiana to take on our Trojans. They average 63.5 points a ball game, do the Golden Bears, and they'll give up 53. Last year, the Golden Bears had a record of 19-7. They won the sectional over Seton Catholic 73-55. They were also successful in regional play, beating Daleville 66-58. But once they got to the semi-state, Couts knocked them out of play 50-44. They average 30 rebounds a ball game. That is really pounding the glass, folks. And they'll dish out 13 assists a game. So they'll share the pumpkin really well. And they'll get 8 steals, and they turn it over 11 times per contest. So it should be another great game here inside the field house. Our Newcastle Trojans head coach, Matt Luce, stopped by my broadcasting area during the JV game, and we had a chance to talk about the tough loss against the number 4 ranked opponent in 4A basketball and the Mr. Basketball candidate, Luke Ertl. And also, we talked about this game tonight, which will feature the Golden Bears of Monroe Central. So here is that interview. I've got it queued up. Here is Coach Luce and our pregame chat. Inaugural year here guiding our Trojans program. And, Coach, you played some good teams all year long. Last night might have been the best team that you played on the schedule. Number 4 Mount Vernon comes here to the field house with their Mr. Basketball candidate, Luke Ertl, and they get you 63-42.
Yeah, I mean, Mount Vernon's a well-coached, well-played team. I thought they showed a lot of patience, and instead of trying to score 100 points, they're trying to win a state title. So they're patient, they're moving the ball. really impressed with Luke Earl by the way he acted, the way that he respected the game of basketball, the way he gave up and made extra passes and just made his teammates better. But most importantly for me and for our coaching staff, our guys didn't quit. Our guys battled a senior upperclassman-led team that just played in the semi-state championship last year. So I was really proud of the way that we just kept battling and kept going to work. I thought Mason Miller was outstanding on the defensive end and the offensive end. He made good decisions. He didn't force the ball. He had 0 turnovers and guarded the best player on the court. And at times, Mason might have been the best player on the court. I was just really proud of him and our team.
Yeah, Earl came out like he should have as a Mr. Basketball candidate. He scores the first 9 points for Monroe Central, but then your defense kind of locked in on him, and he didn't score anymore until the second half. He made 1 3, and that was it. So I thought your defense on him was special.
Yeah, and don't forget the kid probably had 15 assists. So the best players make everyone around him better. Don't judge him by him scoring and judge him by how many team wins he gets this year, playing a really difficult schedule. The best guys are winners. The best guys make everyone around him better, and he's a winner. So he's got my vote. There's no doubt about it.
And in the second half, you actually outscored Mount Vernon 23-20.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it was a third and fourth quarter, second half game. We'd have got a victory, but it's where we're at. I mean, I was at Wapahani for 18 years and had a lot of success. We didn't play anyone as good as Mount Vernon or anyone as good as Luke Earl. We played some nice teams. So for our Trojan team, as young and inexperienced as we are, just battling and not quitting and having positive attitude, I thought we showed a lot of patience. Yeah. When you get down by 15, 20, 25, you want to go make them up with a 50-point shot. We showed patience. We moved the ball. We got great shots. And when you take great shots, a lot of times they go in. And, again, we're just trying to get better.
I thought number 22, Braylon Bennett, just showed that he was just ready to contribute. He hadn't been scoring as much as of late, but he just had this offensive look about him last night.
Well, I thought he had some confidence, and I thought as the game went on, he showed some confidence. We can't tell him when to pass, shoot, or dribble. We can't tell him how to play. We can only try to help him and put him in the right positions, and I just thought Braylon had a lot of confidence and made some nice plays. I was really proud of him. He's been struggling, and he wants to please and wants to do what the coaches want, and I just was really proud of him for showing the effort and the attitude that he did.
Tonight's game doesn't get any easier, even though you step down in class. This is one of the best team in 1A basketball, Coach. Monroe Central comes in, ranked number 12. They got some players that can put it in the hoop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a no-class guy, and you want to call it class, whatever. I've been at a 2A school, and it doesn't matter. It's a matter of your program and, just your guys trying to hustle and play the right way and realize it's Indiana high school basketball. Like, enjoy it while you can. There's no getting games back, and there's no, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like, we have a chance to come back after playing Mount Vernon and have a chance to win and play on the finest court in the state of Indiana. So I hope our guys just realize it's a great opportunity. I'm very aware of where Monroe Central is. Monroe Central is 6 miles from Wapahani, so I know every kid on their team. I've watched them grow up in the East Central Indiana League, which I run, and they have a nice team led by a veteran coach in Brian Klein, and I fully expect they'll come in and give us a great game, and they expect to win. So our guys just want to win, and hopefully we get off to a better start tonight and show the kind of work we've been putting in.
This is game 3 of this 5-game homestand. I know that you're Trojans and you like to protect the home court. You weren't able to do that last night, but it's all about responding. Hopefully the crowd's going to get involved tonight. And I know your kids are going to be ready to play to try to get a home victory tonight.
We talk to our guys all the time about, do you realize the opportunity you have to play in this bowl, in this court? And when people come in here, they want to beat you on your home court, and how special of an opportunity it is to play here, play in Newcastle, Indiana, play for the Trojans, wear the green and white, but also just play high school basketball. It's why you're doing what you're doing. It's why I'm coaching. It's why our assistants are coaching. They just want to be around high school basketball. My 80-year-old mom and dad come because they love high school sports and high school basketball. So, again, we're just trying to get our guys to understand it's a privilege, it's a great opportunity, and to take each opportunity while they can. And hopefully in our what is it, our 16th game of the year. It's hard to believe. Hopefully they come out with a little fire and try to get another win.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. I'm sure you're going to have your team ready to play.
Thanks, Lorenzo. Appreciate you.
That's head coach Matt Luce of our Green Mean Fighting Trojan Machine, and we're going to continue with more of our pregame show. It's Newcastle Trojans basketball on the Nash 1025 app, Nash FM 1025.com, and our video stream on YouTube. Just type in NC Trojans Report. Okay, and now we are going to get you set with the starting lineups as the number 12 team in 1A basketball. The Monroe Central Golden Bears are ready to get introduced. Their starting five. Number 50, the 6'4 senior, Tayshawn Beatty. He's averaging a team-high 16 points, 12 rebounds, and he'll dish out 2 assists a game. Number 11 is Jackson Conkle. He's a 5'9 senior, 15 points, 3 boards, and 5 assists a game. Number 0, Luke Morgan, 6'1 sophomore. He's actually averaging 18 points, so he's averaging a team high, and 2 rebounds and 2 assists. And he can knock down the 3 ball. Number 30 is LaDanian Isom. He is a 5'4 senior, and he averages 2.5 points and 4 boards a game. And rounding out their starting 5 is Eli Friend. He's a 5'10 sophomore, and he's averaging 3 points, 1 rebound, and 2 assists. And now it is time to bring on our Newcastle Trojans, and they're starting tonight. It's switched up just a little bit. Back in the starting lineup after a good performance last night. Number 22, Braylon Bennett, is a 6-foot junior. Bennett is averaging 7 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Bennett went for 15 big ones last night. Number 4, Mason Miller, the 6'1 senior, averaging a team-high 15.5 points, 2 boards, and 2.5 assists. And Miller went for 20 last night. Number 10 is Maddox Melton. Melton is a 5'9 sophomore. He's averaging 6 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists a game. Melton hit a 3-ball last night. That was his only offensive production. Number 24 is Nick Godby. He's a 6'3 senior. Godby is averaging 2.5 points and 3 rebounds a game, and he did not score last night. And rounding out the starting 5 is the 6-foot sophomore, Luke Mendoza. Mendoza's averaging 3 points and 4 rebounds a game. He had a field goal last night. So it's Mendoza, Godby, Melton, Bennett, and Miller, your starting 5 for head coach Matt Luce. The 3 men wearing the black and white stripes, Sean Harmon, Craig McCarty, and Mike Grunman. The ball is tossed up, and it will be controlled by the Trojans, and we're underway. Saturday night high school basketball. It's Bennett on the left wing. This is the Trojans' obviously first touch, and the game just getting underway. Here's Mendoza. He'll give it to Bennett, top of the key. The Golden Bears are in a man-to-man defense. Melton, right corner, now down low to Godby on the right block. Godby trying to go one-on-one. He gets double-teamed. Tries a bounce pass. It's deflected. First turnover on the Trojans. Here come the Golden Bears with their first offensive touch. It is Conkle out at the Trojan emblem, right side to Beatty. Beatty will give it to Isom, top of the key, left side. This is Friend. Newcastle opens up in their traditional man-to-man defense. Trojans in their home white, trimmed in the Kelly green. Golden Bears in their rolled gold. It was trimmed in the dark navy blue. Beatty with an offensive rebound. He'll go back up. Shot is missed. And Isom's trying to crash the glass. He does, and he'll get the rebound. Beatty will launch a 3 off the mark, and there's Bennett getting the rebound for our Trojans. So, neither team has scored yet. We play just about a minute and 20 seconds. Maddox Melton with the pumpkin. He'll get it top of the key and launch, and a little bit too strong. Rebound will come down to the Golden Bears. Here is Morgan across the timeline. He'll look to get into the paint, keeps his dribble alive. Now he'll go to Conkle. Conkle between the legs, down the middle of the paint. He will give it to Isom, and now it is Friend. Beatty outside, daring him to shoot. He will not take it. Almost lost it, in fact. Morgan will not hesitate. He misses it, and there's Isom with another offensive rebound, but he lost it. Newcastle will come down the court with the pumpkin. Under the 6-minute mark we go, opening quarter. We are still scoreless. Mendoza from the left side, and he'll go kiss it off the glass, and he's bumped. He's got an and one coming. Nice take by Luke Mendoza off that left side. He is really good with that left hand. We've seen that all year. He challenged the 6'4 Beatty, and he got the basket. He drew the foul. Here's his and one free throw. Mendoza comes in shooting 38% from the line. This one is up and good. So it is 3 for Mendoza, and the Golden Bears have yet to score. 5:50 to play, opening period. Glad to have you on board with Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James. Here's a bounce pass on the right block. Beatty, when he gets that type of position, Beatty knows what to do with it. He will get his first two. It is 3-2. Trojans with the 1-point lead and the rock. Right side to go to Braylon Bennett. Top of the key, it is Godby. Now Miller's got it. He fakes it, and nice pull-up jumper. That's money. Mason Miller with the smooth uplift to get the defender off his feet, and then took one strong power dribble and pulled up and knocked it down. Here is Morgan kissing it off the glass from the right side. Nice move by him. He averages, again, 18 points a ball game. 5-4, Trojans up one. Godby will give it to Miller. Here's a three look, a little bit too short, and the rebound is the Golden Bears. Morgan across the timeline, trying to get their first lead on this possession. Morgan will pull up right elbow area, short, nice rebound for Nick Godby. Melton now with the pumpkin. He'll go down the left side of the lane. Now he is going to give it to Mendoza. Back to Melton. Three's in the air. Got it. Maddox Melton can light you up when he gets going. Melton comes in shooting 34% from the three-point area. 8-4, the Trojans have doubled up the Golden Bears as we approach the 4-minute mark, and that's going to be a bad pass, the first turnover on the Golden Bears. They average 11 turnovers per ball game, and the Newcastle Trojans average 10. Head coach Matt Luce up giving offensive instructions to his team, and they get set. It is Miller with the pumpkin, a pick by Godby. Miller, right baseline area. Mendoza will knock down that 10-footer. Mendoza now with 5 of the 10 points here in the opening quarter. And the Trojans are up 6. Good energy in the field house. Trojans are leading here early in this first quarter. 3:30 to play. 6-point lead for Newcastle. Morgan will survey the defense. Pump fake and go to the right corner to Conkle. Conkle between the legs dribble and attacking. Tough run-handed jump hook from the right baseline. No good. Trojans with that offensive or defensive rebound. Miller, high left side. Goes to the top of the key, get it to Godby. Now right wing, it's Bennett. He'll pull up for the three. That looked good all the way. Braylon Bennett has been in a zone, and there's a timeout by Brian Klein, the head coach of the Monroe Central Golden Bears. Will do the same. Trojans lead 13-4 with 2 minutes and 54 seconds left in the opening quarter. Back after this TO.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Back to live action we go. The Monroe Central Golden Bears will come out of their timeout trailing 13-4, and there's a turnover. Here comes Miller. Taking it the length of the court, getting inside, missing that layup, but Godby with an offensive rebound, kicks it out to Melton, three's in the air, short, rebound, fought for. They're going to call a foul underneath on the Trojans. That foul will go on number 40, Luke Mendoza. That's his first and the team's first, and it will be Golden Bears basketball. Newcastle, unfortunately, could not take advantage of that turnover, which was the second on the Golden Bears. Still 13-4 your score. Trojans with the lead, Golden Bears with the pumpkin. Right corner three by Friend. It finds Paydirt. He shot 6 out of 27. That's 22%, but he knocks that one down. And it is 13-7. Newcastle with the lead and the rock. Here is Bennett. Gets a pick from Mendoza to the free throw line. Now Bennett picks up his dribble and give it to Godby. Godby will try to get it to Miller. Good defense by Friend. Just on Miller like glue. Here's Mendoza. Kicks it to Bennett. Out to Melton. Melton, right elbow to Mendoza, left elbow. Now head coach Matt Luce says, let's get in fist. Screaming out to his team. Here's a pick by Mendoza up top. Godby's got it now. Now Miller. Miller will get to the right corner, bring it into the paint area, and now he'll give it to Mendoza. Here's Bennett on the take. Pull up, 15-footer is good. And I'm telling you, Braylon Bennett, the 6-foot junior, is really taking players off the dribble now and scoring. His confidence is really high right now. Morgan with the three. That's short. Rebound. It's the Golden Bears. Here's Morgan again with the three, and he gave him 2 looks out there. He finally knocks it down. He's shooting 46% from the arc, 26 out of 57 coming into tonight's contest. It is a 15-10 score. Newcastle with the lead and the pumpkin. Here is Godby. Right wing, it is Miller. Gets a pick from Godby. Now Mendoza, top of the key. He looks to hand off to Bennett, and he does. Now it's Maddox Melton out at the Trojan emblem. Left wing, that is Bennett. Head coach Matt Luce once again barking out offensive instructions for his team. Godby hands off to Melton. Melton. Now it is Mendoza with a three. Look. Luke Mendoza doesn't shoot a lot of those. He's only shot 2 all season. 1 out of 2 coming into the night. He makes his second of the year, and there's a response by Morgan right at the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, the Newcastle Trojans will lead 18-13. Now we'll take our end of the quarter break and come back with second quarter action on the Nash 102.5 app, NashFM1025.com, and our video stream on YouTube. Just type in NC Trojans Report. Back with second quarter action right after this.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
And we are in second quarter action. The Golden Bears come out with the basketball trailing by 5. They were trailing by 8, but right at the end of the quarter, Morgan was able to knock down his second three and cut it to 5. Here's a couple missed shots by the Golden Bears. Another rebound fought for underneath. Godby's kind of got it, but he's getting tied up, so the alternating arrow will give it to the Trojans. Luke Mendoza had his best quarter of the season offensively, and definitely the best first quarter of the season for him as well, scoring 8 points to lead Newcastle. He's got 8 of their 18 to lead Newcastle in scoring so far. So out there for Newcastle, it's Mason Miller on a take from the right side to Mendoza. Shot is blocked, and that will count as a turnover. Morgan's got it for the Golden Bears. Ryan Sturgis, Lucas Eaton out there for the first time tonight for Newcastle Trojans with Mason Miller, Luke Mendoza, and Braylon Bennett. Here is a steal by Sturgis. Off to the races. He gets tripped up and fouled. So that first foul on Morgan will happen in the second quarter. That's the first foul also on the Golden Bears team here in the second quarter. And going to the line is Ryan Sturgis. And Sturgis is shooting 76% coming into the weekend. He will have 2 here. He did not attempt any free throws last night, and he will hit his first. In fact, the only Trojan to shoot free throws last night was the 6'1 senior, Mason Miller, who went 5 out of 6. No one else went to the charity stripe last night. Sturgis' second free throw is good. He goes 2 for 2 in that set, and the Trojans' lead is now 7. And here comes Luke Morgan across the timeline for Monroe Central. To the right side he goes, and he lost it. That's their third turnover, first in the second quarter. They had 2 in the opening quarter. Newcastle has 1 in each quarter. Mason Miller walking up to the timeline. He signals play 2 to get in that set. Mendoza pick at the top of the key. Miller's 3 looks good all the way from my spot, and he knocks down his first trifecta of the ball game. Miller shooting 32% beyond the arc coming in to tonight's contest. Number 23 is checked in. That is Peyton Chamness for the Golden Bears. Also number 12, Griffin Gannum, has got the ball in the right corner. And he will throw it away over the back. That is their second turnover in the quarter, 4th of the ball game on the Golden Bears. Number 32, I don't have a 32 for the Golden Bears. That is Breedlove. Okay, there he goes. 32 is Chandler Breedlove, also out there for the Golden Bears. Okay, with 6 minutes to play, Newcastle has a 10-point lead, 23-13. Bennett's 3 is good. I mean, this kid is just on fire. His confidence is through the roof right now, 26-13. Played extremely well last night. Here's another turnover on the Golden Bears. Newcastle's off to the races. Sturgis now to Bennett. Off the mark, rebound, Miller. And he got bumped on that baseline, no call, but he did lose it on the baseline or stepped on it. So that will be Monroe Central basketball. Conco's going to check back in along with Friend for the Golden Bears. Checking out will be Morgan and Breedlove. 26-13. Trojans have their largest lead of 13. Down low to the big fella, Tayshawn Beatty. Beatty gets his second field goal in the contest. 26-15, Trojans up 11. Mr. Maddox Melton will be checking in for the Trojans on the next dead ball. Here's Lucas Eaton, left side to Bennett. Bennett to Godby, top of the key. Godby will give it to Sturgis. 3 is in the air, and it is good. Sturgis hits his first 3 of the contest. The Trojans are shooting well here in this first half so far. Sturgis shoots 34% beyond the arc. Here's a missed shot by the Golden Bears. Newcastle with the rebound. Bennett's got it. Bennett down low to Godby. Godby jump hook up will spin out on him. Rebound will come down to the Golden Bears. Spin move by Friend. Turnaround shot in the paint, no good. And they're going to call Beatty pushing off down low to get that rebound. That is his first or second foul, and the team's second here in the second quarter. 4:21 to play, and there's a timeout on the court. The Trojans 29, Monroe Central 15. We will take a timeout and come back with more exciting Trojans basketball after this timeout.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Back to live action. Lorenzo Pettiford bringing that play-by-play voice. And the guy operating the camera is Mr. Ryan James. We are happy to bring you Newcastle Trojans basketball. We're in the second quarter. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play. Trojans up 14, 29 to 15. Lucas Eaton gives it to Melton. He'll bring it out to the Trojan emblem. Now Miller's got it. Miller to Eaton. Eaton looks inside. We'll give it to Melton. Now here's Godby, a 3-ball. It's good! Are you kidding me? Nick Godby will knock down his first 3 of the year. The Trojans are 3-balling the Golden Bears out of the gym here in this first half. Oh, Beatty with the strong position down low. Easy basket for the 6'4". I'm going to say he's going about 255, 260. He is a massive human high school basketball player. Miller, pull up right elbow. That's a little bit off the mark, but there's Eaton with the strong hustle rebound. Now it is Miller, high right side. Gives it to Melton, left side. Top of the key area, it's Eaton. Back to Miller, 3's in the air. Short rebound, it's the Golden Bears off to the races. Friends got it. He will attack the basket, make the shot, and Melton will commit his first foul. That is Melton's first and the team's first here in the second quarter. And going to the line for the first time for the Golden Bears is number 2, Eli Friend. Friend with the strong layup, and he's got his and one free throw. Friend is shooting 80% on the season. He's only taken 5, but he's made 4 of them. This one is off the back of the rim, no good, and the rebound is Lucas Eaton. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half. The Trojans are up 32-19. You know things are going well when Nick Godby spots up from the outside and knocks down a 3, his first 3 of the year. And that thing went through like he's been shooting them all year. Here's Sturgis with a 3-look. The Trojans and that 3-ball. It's raining big-time 3s for the Trojans. 35-19. Here is a missed shot by the Golden Bears, and there's Beatty inside with an offensive rebound and putback, and he'll be fouled. That missed shot was by Chamnus, and then Beatty underneath with the good position. They're going to say the foul happened before he got into active shooting. That foul was on Godby, his first, the team second. Couple subs for Newcastle. You got Sturgis, Miller, Mendoza, Godby, and Maddox out there for our Trojans. Here is Morgan. He'll throw it out to Conkle, approaching the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Ooh, Conkle almost drug that pivot foot. Morgan, right side to Conkle. Here's a cross-court pass for number 23. That's Chamness. He'll miss. Rebound, Trojans. Under the 2-minute mark we go. Miller with the pumpkin. Trojans up 16, 35-19. Mendoza gives it to Maddox Melton. Top of the key area for Godby. Now Sturgis on the right wing. Sturgis gives it to Mendoza. I don't think Coach Luce has strayed, got by the bench at all. He is coaching this team on everything they're doing tonight. Oh, there's going to be a travel on Newcastle. Keeping that energy up for his team is what Coach Luce is doing, and what execution they're having so far in this first half. 1:20 to play. Here comes Morgan for the Golden Bears. Here is a shot that's missed. Rebound will be fought for, and Newcastle's got it. Mendoza down the court quickly. He'll pick up his dribble and give it to Melton. 60 seconds left in the first half. The Trojans will work for a good one here. Up 16, 35-19. Miller on the right wing will try to get the hand off him by Friend. The referees are letting that action go on. Here's a nice pass to Sturgis on the left block, and Beatty will commit his third foul. That is big for the Golden Bears. Beatty will only sit 45 seconds of the remainder of this first half, but the big thing is he's got 3 fouls, and he won't have a lot to deal with on as far as the fouls in the second half. He's got to be extremely careful and play a little safe. Sturgis' first free throw is up and good. That's the first free throw in this set. He will have one more. Earlier he went 2 for 2. Sturgis now with 9 points in the quarter, going for point number 10. He has been a spark off the bench, and he will get his 10th point. 37-19. Under 40 seconds left. Clock is ticking in this first half. Conkle on a take from the right side. He'll miss it. Isom almost pulled off that rebound. Can't control it. And it's going to be Newcastle basketball. 33 seconds. I think Coach Luce has already told him he wants one. So Miller will walk it across the timeline. Trojans is going to work this down and go for one. Melton. Here's Godby, under 20 seconds. Sturgis has it knocked out of his hands. Almost a big play by Morgan of Monroe Central. It will stay Newcastle basketball with 17 seconds. And Sturgis will check out. Bennett will check in. Coach Luce is saying fist. They got to get in their set. 10 seconds now. Melton with the pumpkin. And he will go left side. Melton, a deep three, no good. Bennett will try to get that rebound, can't. And there's a long heave by the Golden Bears that won't even come close. So at the end of the first half, the Newcastle Trojans put up 13 points in the opening quarter and 24 points in the second quarter, and they will lead 37-19 at the end of the first half. We'll take our end of the first half break, come back with some stats, and we'll look at some college scores going on. I know that IU game went in overtime, so we'll check to see who won that. All that and much, much more during our halftime show. It's the Newcastle Trojans hosting the Golden Bears. The Trojans are leading 37-19 at the half. We'll be back with our halftime show after these commercial messages.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support for victories great and small.
My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
My victory was getting my service dog a new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees, millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
Get on board. The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake. Feel the wind as we ride and a fish on the line. Reel in our first catch and feel the sun at our backs. It's get out on the water season. It's time to get on board. Find out where to get on board near you. Visit Take Me Fishing and Discover Boating to learn more. And please recreate responsibly.
Get on board.
Since the moment you were born, I've made 1,000 wishes. Wishes for your future. In a world that's changing fast. For all of the things you may one day do. Do play and laugh. So do win and lose. Do learn from your mistakes. And challenge yourself to grow. Do not be afraid. Or make decisions based in fear. Do it all with confidence and with kindness and strength. Do call your mom and ask her for advice. And always do your best to remember that no matter what you do in this life,
Thank you.
what matters to me is that you keep doing. I love you always, Mom. Inspire kids to do at 4h.org.
And back we are for our halftime show. Lorenzo Pettiford and Ryan James bringing you Newcastle Trojans basketball. Let's stop that commercial. Okay, so at the half, it's the Newcastle Trojans 37 to Mount Vernon. I was going to say Mount Vernon. The Monroe Central. I had enough of Mount Vernon last night. The Monroe Central Golden Bears 19. So, Mr. Ryan James, My good cameraman, he's back there trying to get his attention. Hey, Ryan. There he goes. He's having fun, folks, but he's going to put that camera on yours truly. Lorenzo Pettiford, Ryan James. We are going to give you some halftime stats here. First of all, for the Monroe Central Golden Bears, they were led in scoring by Luke Morgan. He had 8 points, all coming in the opening quarter. Tayshawn Beatty has got 6 points. Eli Friend has 5, and that is it. That's their 19 points at the half. They went to the free throw line one time. It was an and one free throw by Friend, and he missed it. They had 5 turnovers in the first half and 12 rebounds. For our Newcastle Trojans, what a performance it was from beyond the arc. I didn't count those. Let's count them. Newcastle made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threes in the first half. This team averages just under 7 threes a ball game, and they have already surpassed that here in the first half. So Mason Miller hit a 3 in the second quarter and a field goal in the first quarter. He's got 5. Braylon Bennett has been in a zone. He's got 8 points, knocking down 2 3-pointers. Maddox Melton has a trifecta in the opening quarter. He's got 3. Nick Godby hits his first 3 of the year. He did that in the first quarter. He's got 3 points. And Ryan Sturgis off the bench knocked down 2 3-balls, and he went 4 for 4 from the line. All of his points come in the second quarter, all 10 of them. And Luke Mendoza was off to a great start in the opening quarter. He knocked down a 3 and had 8 points all in that first quarter. Newcastle went to the line 4 times, make that 5 times because Mendoza knocked down 1 in the first quarter, and Ryan Sturgis went 4 for 4. So Newcastle as a team are 5 for 5 in the first half. The Trojans had 3 turnovers and 12 rebounds in the first half. But that all-important stat, the Newcastle Trojans lead 37-19 at the half. Now we're going to turn around and look at some college scores that happened earlier today. And I got to check on that IU game that went overtime, because once it went overtime, we were on the air, and I was not able to see it. So it is a final. The Indiana Hoosiers, 98. The UCLA Bruins, 97. Wow, what a game that was. 98-97. The Hoosiers with that big win today. Now, some earlier games today in college basketball. There was only one upset so far, and that was UCF beating number 11 Texas Tech 88-80. The Duke Blue Devils win easily over Virginia Tech 72-58. Houston 76. By the way, Duke's number 4. Houston number 10, 76. Cincinnati 54. Number 22 Clemson beats Pittsburgh 63-52. It was number 17 Virginia over Boston College 73-66. The number 1 team is the Arizona Wildcats. They will stay number 1, at least for this week, as they beat their interstate rival Arizona State 87-74. Louisville's number 20 in the nation. They put up 88 points. They hold SMU to 74. Number 16, University of North Carolina, 91. Georgia Tech, 75. Miami of Ohio is number 24 in the nation, 85 for them, 61 for NIU. Kansas is number 14. BYU is number 13. Those two teams had a great battle. It was number 14, Kansas, 90. BYU, 82. Vandy is number 18. Vanderbilt, number 18. Ole Miss will lose to number 18, Vandy, 71-68 in a tight one. The Kentucky Wildcats are trying to pull off an upset over Arkansas. They're in the second half with about 12 minutes to play. 55-53, number 15 Arkansas with that 2-point lead. And tipping off in a matter of moments here, an 8 o'clock scheduled tip. Don't have a score yet, but number 2 UConn is at Creighton. 10:30 tonight, number 6 Gonzaga will host St. Mary's. That is your look at college basketball today. By the way, the number 12 Purdue Boilermakers will be in action tomorrow at 1 o'clock. They will make the trip to Maryland. Earlier today, as far as you Ball State Cardinal fans, the Cardinals lose to Toledo 73-55. Some NBA action. Our Pacers are in action tonight. Let's see if we can pull up some scores there in the NBA. Oh boy, there goes my phone acting up. Here we go. The Pacers are leading the Hawks with 50 seconds left in the first half. There's no defense being played in this game in Indianapolis. 77-71 with 50 seconds left in the first half. Pacers have the lead. Hornets beat the Spurs 111-106. Pelicans and the Sixers are doing battle. 11 minutes to play in the second quarter. 33-31 Pelicans with the lead there. Tipping off here in a matter of moments will be the Bulls in Miami to take on the Heat. Also at 8 o'clock tonight, the Timberwolves are taking on the Grizzlies. And at 8:30 tonight, the Rockets will host the Mavericks. That's a look at college basketball and the NBA. Now we'll get you caught up back here inside the field house in an always beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. That scoreboard is mighty beautiful as well as our Trojans lead 37-19. This 18-point lead to start the second half. We're underway. It's the Golden Bears basketball. And here is Conkle with it to Friend, top of the key. Newcastle is going to open up in a 2-3 zone. They get it down low to Beatty. He kicks it out to Conkle. Conkle will lose it. That's their first turnover in the quarter, sixth of the ball game on Monroe Central. Bennett with the pumpkin, gets instructions from head coach Matt Luce. He'll go to the left wing to Miller. Miller now guarded by Morgan. In the first half, it was Friend that was just stuck on him like glue. And they're going to call a foul that I could not see because Coach Luce is just coaching his rear end off right in front of me. Every now and then he'll block my view, but hey, that's what happens when you're a good coach and an average broadcaster. You'll love that. Okay, right corner, it's Miller. Mendoza, left wing to Melton. Here's Bennett with the pumpkin to Mendoza. Now Miller will take over the duties and give it to Braylon Bennett on the right wing. Godby top of the key, hands off to Miller. Miller back to Bennett. Coach Luce is saying fist. Players get into it. And here's Mendoza trying to go down that left side of the lane. He gets cut off by Beatty. Now it is Godby top of the key. Godby hit his first three of the year in the first half. And Mendoza also knocked down his second three of the year. You know things are going well from you when two guys that don't normally shoot threes for you knock them down in the first half. That's a 5-second call on Newcastle. Coach Luce will just calmly walk away. Kind of a fast count there. First turnover for Newcastle, fourth in the ball game. So each team on their first offensive touch in the second half, turn it over. Conkle, a deep one, and that's good. He said, I didn't score in the first half. Let me get untracked in the second half. He shoots 37% from out there, folks, 15 out of 41, and he averages 15 points a ball game. So he's finally got his first points tonight, 37-22, 15-point lead for Newcastle. Miller with a runner down the lane. He will score his 7th point of the contest, 39-32, back to a 17-point lead. Morgan gets into the paint, tosses up a one-handed shot, no good. Beatty will throw it off of Bennett, so it will stay Golden Bears basketball. Conco will receive the inbounds pass, and Melton almost strips him. But there is Morgan. Now he'll launch a three. In and out, no good. Bennett will kick it to Mendoza, so the Trojans get their first rebound here in the second half. Lucas Eaton will be checking in on the next dead ball. Miller, high left side, right in front of Coach Luce. Now it is Melton, top of the key. Mendoza. Away from the action, there was a foul. And I believe that was Friend guarding again Miller so tight that they finally called him for the grab. So Friend with his second foul, the team's first here in the third quarter. Or that's actually the second foul on the Golden Bears in this third quarter. So they got 2 team fouls. Newcastle is yet to commit a foul in this third quarter. 39-22, 17-point lead for the Trojans as we have hit the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter. Melton on a take from the left side, kicks it out to Godby. Godby will give it to Bennett. Bennett almost gets stripped, but they're going to call over in the back, but the ball was knocked out of Bennett's hands. That was close. That was close. I would need a replay to define that, but I thought since it got knocked out of Bennett's hands, he had the right to go back in the backcourt. Anyway, 39-22. Trojans still with the lead. Beatty working on that right block will go to the opposite side, lay it in, but they're going to say before the shot, Eaton will foul Beatty. That's Eaton's first, the team's first, and Bennett and Lucas Eaton, Braylon Bennett and Lucas Eaton will check out. Sturgis and Mendoza, I believe that came in. Now they're going to call a hold. Well, Godby, that is Godby's second, the team's second here in the third quarter. Friend trying to inbound. He finally does to Conco. High right side. 4:40 left in the third quarter. Conco will back up and launch. That's short. Rebound Miller. Here comes Mason across the timeline. Trojans up 17. Miller on a takedown the left side. Gives it to Melton. Melton, a runner over Beatty, and he will hit it. Nice one-handed runner by Maddox Melton. 41-22. This 19-point lead is Newcastle's largest. Missed shot by the Golden Bears. They will get that rebound. Conco deep from outside. That's going to carry him and go over the backboard. Conco will check out. Number 12, Griffin Ganem, will check in for Monroe Central. So let's see if the Trojans can get a lead up into the 20s. They're up 19 now as we go under the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. Melton, top of the key to Godby. Right side to Miller. Look at Friend just push Miller in the back. And now Miller will try to take him off the dribble. Oh, what a move! M&M Mason Miller crossing him over and going to the opposite side. Leaves Friend in the dust and had to avoid the big fella. Nice drive by Mason Miller. That's his 9th point. And the Trojans have a 21-point lead, 43-22. Beatty inside with the spin move and the quick hands by Melton will knock it away. Oh, they're going to call Melton with the foul, though. That is Melton's second, the team's third. And they're going to say he even got an act of shooting, which he did. So Tayshawn Beatty, I have no stats on him, which is weird. They had everybody with stats and none for Beatty. And he will miss his first free throw. I had his average, but I have no shooting stats. What he shoots from the line or the three ball, they did not give that to me. His second free throw is off the back of the rim, so he'll go 0 for 2. Maybe that's why they didn't list his shooting stats. So we got 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Right now, we hit the 3-minute mark. Mendoza, top of the key to Godby. Trojans up 21, their largest lead. Left side to Melton. Love this patience by Newcastle. When you're up 21, you want a good look. Melton. Oh, I thought he was going to do the step back three, but he will go to Godby. Now Melton says, let's get set again. And Coach Lou signals fifth. Here is Mendoza. He was open, but he did not launch from outside. He's already knocked down one three, though. Now Sturgis, who's knocked down a couple threes in the first half, he almost lost it. We're at the 2:20 mark now of this third quarter. The Trojans have really worked some clock. Godby with it. Now Melton. We are approaching the 2-minute mark. Trojans are working on about 2 minutes of taking off of this possession. 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the third. Bennett, one-on-one move, pull-up shot, it's good. I'm just amazed at how good Bennett is now playing. I mean, I'm really not amazed because he's such a good shooter, but he is really coming into his own, and his confidence is at an all-time high. Morgan will hit a three for the Golden Bears to give them their 25th point. 20-point lead for Newcastle, 45-25. Braylon Bennett. And he's only a junior, folks, so get to watch this talent all of next year as well. But right now, the way the Trojans are playing, they're going to be an extremely tough team to beat, obviously tonight, but going forward. Couple subs coming in. Miller and Lucas Eaton. Mason Miller, Lucas Eaton, Nick Godby, and Maddox Melton will check out. We've got 62 seconds left in this third quarter. Trojans up 20. They've been up by as many as 21. Morgan with the pumpkin for Monroe Central. He will go to the right corner and give it to Friend. Friend gets stripped by Sturgis on a beautiful defensive play. Sturgis will attack and score using some English, and Sturgis has his first field goal in the third quarter, his 12th point of the ball game to lead all Trojans in scoring. Right behind him is Braylon Bennett with 10 and Mason Miller with 9. And Mendoza's got 8. Just a balanced attack tonight. Beatty will get into the paint and hit that running jump hook shot. That is his 8th point. First points in the second half for him. Back to a 20-point lead. We got 10 seconds left. Trojans are obviously going to go for one. Get a double pick up top from Miller. Guarded by Morgan. Miller on the right wing will get the shot off. He will hit it, and he's got an and one coming as Mason Miller did everything he could to get the advantage to get the shot off. He does that and gets bumped, makes the shot, and he's going to go to the line for the and one. That was a 2, though, right? It was across from me, and Coach Luce was screening me. It was hard to see all of it, but I saw enough. So Mason Miller, the 82% free. There was a 3? It was a 3. Mason Miller will go to the line for a rare 4-point play. Now they're talking, and I think they're telling the one official who came late, hey, it's your turn to buy tonight. You were late getting here. And the other official's like, well, I want to go to Applebee's. Now he's saying, okay, we'll go to, nope, now they signal 3. I love those conversations. So Miller will try to get the 4-point play, and he does. So with 0.6 seconds left, Miller will check out. Melton will check in. Look for them to probably throw. Well, no, Beatty's not underneath the basket. I thought they might throw a long one to him. Here's a heave by Morgan that will not come close. And at the end of 3, the Trojans 51, the Golden Bears 27. We will take our end of the quarter break and come back with that all-important fourth and final quarter. You are listening to Newcastle Trojans basketball on the Nash 102.5 app, NashFM1025.com, and, of course, our video stream. It's on YouTube, Just
More than
type
X's
in
and
the
O's, playing
NC
high school
Trojans
football has taught me
report.
respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field, too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic event.
We are ready to start the fourth and final quarter. Newcastle up 51-27. Sturgis, top of the key to Mendoza. This 24-point lead by Newcastle is their largest. And I was writing something down, but it looks like Newcastle got fouled on that play. Beatty will pick up his fourth foul. And going to the line is Eminem Mason Miller, leading all scorers with 13 points. Right behind him is Sturgis with 12, Bennett with 10, Mendoza with 8. I mean, just the balance of tonight's performance has been special. So here comes the 82% free throw shooter, Miller. His first one is up and good. Trojans have not missed a free throw so far tonight. I hope I don't jinx them. They're 6 for 6 as a team. Make it 7 for 7. And it is a 53-27 lead. This 26-point lead is now Newcastle's largest. Total team domination tonight. Beatty with the 4 fouls. Right side to Chamness. His 3 is short. Gets his own rebound, though. And he'll go back up, and he's fouled, I believe, by Sturgis. Yep. That's going to be Ryan Sturgis' first foul, the team's first here in the fourth quarter. So, number 23, Peyton Chamness shoots 60%, 3 out of 5 coming into the night. First one is up and good. That is their first made free throw and only their fourth one that they've taken in the ball game. They were 0 for 1 in the second quarter, 0 for 2 in the third, now 2 for 2 in the fourth. Isom will check out, and checking in will be number 32, Chandler Breedlove, the 6'2 junior. So Miller will cross the timeline up 24, give the ball to Melton. Melton from the left side gets cut off. Now he'll throw it out to Lucas Eaton. Back to Melton. He will shoot a 3 that was just short, and the rebound is Monroe Central's. That's a missed 3 by Chamness. Eaton with that rebound for Newcastle. And head coach Matt Luce wants a timeout. We'll keep this one here and take care of some of our good sponsors that we like to do, like Duty Calls Plumbing, 490 Indiana Avenue in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. If you need high quality and expert plumbing solutions, then call Duty Calls Plumbing, 765-310-1333. Ultra Dry is located at 209 West Main Street in Mount Summit, Indiana. They'll give you a free consultation when it comes to smoke and soot removal, fire damage, sewage removal, water damage, all that and much, much more. Call them at 765-836-5005. And finally, Broad Street Motors. They're located at 1556th Street and 1556 Broad Street in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. Broad Street Motors in Newcastle, where performance meets peace of mind. Here come the Trojans out of their timeout. 6:20. Clock is ticking left in the ball game. Trojans are up 24, 53 to 29. Inside the Miller. Kick out corner. Eaton's three off the mark. And the rebound goes right into Beatty's hands. Morgan on the right wing. Backs it out. Gets a pick. And they don't call that bad pick. Here is number 12 who was checked in. That is Ganem. Now Beatty with it at the top of the key. He'll go to Morgan. Morgan will go back to Beatty. Beatty right side to Ganem. Three ball in the right corner. No good. And Eaton with the nice rebound for Newcastle. 5:30 left in this ball game. Trojans just need to continue to protect the basketball, play solid defense, and they're going to get their 7th win of the season. Here is Lucas Eaton, left side to Miller. Miller will go attack from the left side and then switch hands and lay it in. Nice take by Mason Miller, getting his 17th point. 55-29. Braylon Bennett will be checking in on the next dead ball. Morgan's going to get an and one on a nice take down the right side of the lane. He will make that basket and be fouled by Sturgis. That is Sturgis, or check that. That's going to be a foul on Melton, and that's his third. So Morgan will go to the line for an and one free throw. He shoots 71% from the charity stripe, and he will make it. Golden Bears are now 3 for 3 from the charity stripe in the fourth quarter after going 0 for 4 before going into the fourth quarter. 55-32, Trojans with the lead and the pumpkin. Left side, it's Braylon Bennett. He will go to the left baseline and score easily. The Golden Bears are overplaying that side, and Newcastle's taking advantage of it. Bennett with his 12th point. 4:30 left in this ball game. Trojans are up 25 now. Missed shot by Morgan. Rebound will come down to him. Luke Mendoza will be checking in on the next dead ball for Newcastle. Here's Morgan, right side to Chamness. Chamness will go top of the key to Conkle. Conkle will try to drive, gets cut off by Melton. Now it is Breedlove with it. Gives it to Conkle, to Beatty. Here's the three in the left corner, and he'll hit it. He hits it. That's his 11th point of the ball game. He's been out there with those 4 fouls for quite a while. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this ball game. Trojans are now up 57-35. Left side, it's Braylon Bennett. Top of the key to Nick Godby. Miller now with the pumpkin. Gets a pick from Godby. He'll go to Lucas Eaton. Eaton guarded by Breedlove tightly. Now Miller's got it, and head coach Matt Luce says, let's talk things over. We'll do the same. With 3:24 left in the ball game, Newcastle up 57-35. Back after this timeout.
This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in
Okay, back inside the field house here in beautiful Newcastle, Indiana. We want to remind you, Trojan fans, that this Tuesday night, the Yorktown sectional number 24 will get underway featuring our Lady Trojans. Game 1 on Tuesday night, we'll have Jay County 15-7 taking on our 14-8 Newcastle Lady Trojans. They'll start at 6 o'clock. Make sure you can make the trip to Yorktown to support our Lady Trojans, or just, of course, watch on the YouTube at the NC Trojans Report, or on your smartphone or tablet, you can go to the Nash 1025 app or NashFM1025.com. Here's Newcastle out of their timeout. Under the 3-minute mark, we go. Trojans up 57-35. Bennett will give it to Mendoza in the left corner. Now Mendoza will attack the left baseline, gets cut off, so he will throw a pass to the right corner that's going to get deflected off a Golden Bear. That was Friend with the hustle defense there for the Golden Bears. It's going to stay Trojans basketball. 2:44 left in the game. Miller, right wing, guarded by Friend. Will get the pick from Godby. Now it is left side to Braylon Bennett. And he gets his pass stolen by Morgan. Morgan will go in and be fouled by Godby. That is Godby's third foul, the team's third, and going to the free throw line for the second time in this quarter and the second time tonight is Luke Morgan. First one is up and good. Again, Morgan shoots 71% from the charity stripe. He will have one more. And checking in for our Newcastle Trojans for the first time tonight, it is Gage Butler, the 5'9 sophomore. Morgan's second free throw is good, so he's going 3 for 3 tonight from the charity stripe, all in this fourth quarter. 57-37, Trojans have a comfortable 20-point lead as we are getting close to the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and I'm about ready to call this game. Probably will after this possession. Braylon Bennett, Mendoza will carry it. That is the first turnover in the quarter on Newcastle, and only their fifth of the ball game on my card. Mendoza will check out. Lucas Eaton will check in. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left. Melton will come back in for Newcastle on the next dead ball. And we're under the 2-minute mark. The Trojans are up 20. And guess what, folks? I'm going to officially call this. The Newcastle Trojans have won their 7th ball game of the season. And Eaton will commit a foul. That is the team's 4th foul. One more will send the Golden Bears to the free throw line the rest of the game. But Conkel was in the act of shooting anyway. This one is up, and he'll get a nice soft roll. He'll make his first free throw of the night. He shoots 75% coming into tonight's contest, 41 out of 55. We'll start seeing a lot of subs because, like I said, I've called this game. Beatty will check out for Monroe Central. Checking in will be number 20, Kyler Booge. And Conker will make both of his free throws. Man, as a team, they are 2, 4, 6, 7 for 7 from the charity stripe in this quarter. The Monroe Central Golden Bears. 57-39. 18-point lead for Newcastle. 1:35 left in the ball game. Here's Godby. Right side, that is Butler. Butler played extremely well in the JV game tonight. Coach Luce has been happy with his progress, and he's been getting some varsity minutes as of late. Here's Miller on a take. That's going to be the Golden Bears' second foul of the quarter. That is going to be Friend with his second foul. Okay. Here's Newcastle with the basketball. That is actually Friend's third foul, by the way. Nice drive by Miller, and Newcastle now just running clock. We're under 60 seconds left in the ball game. There's a bad pass by Cage Butler. Turnover number 2 in the quarter, 6 in the ball game for Newcastle. Under 50 seconds. Like to see if we can get Cage Butler a bucket here. Here is Bouge with it. He misses it. Eaton's got a rebound. And now with 30 seconds left in the game, that might be the final score. 57-39 is where we're at right now. And Newcastle just spreading the court. Under 20 seconds to go. And Monroe Central is trying to get a steal here in the final seconds. Miller with it with 8 over to Melton. And that should be the final score. Yep. The final score, the Newcastle Trojans will get their 7th victory of the season and beat the number 12th ranked Golden Bears of Monroe Central 57-39. Good performance. And Newcastle refocused, regrouped, and came out with that Trojan winning style of play tonight on their home court. And they win going away 57-39. We'll take our end of the game timeout, gather up some stats. We hope to talk to either Matt Luce or Jason Williams. Jason Williams, the varsity assistant, or head coach Matt Luce in our postgame show. So head coach Matt Luce is saying, let's get up and clap for this performance tonight. As the Trojans again win 57-39. Back with our postgame show after these commercial messages.
More than X's and O's, playing high school football has taught me respect for my coaches and teammates, our opponents, and the officials.
On the softball field, I learned how to be accountable for my actions and how they affect the rest of my team.
Every game reminds us that humility means winning with class and losing with grace. I'm Dante Pope from Maryville High School.
And I'm Ashton Elpers from North Posey High School. These are just some of the lessons we learned from high school sports that we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives.
Wins and losses, highs and lows, success and failure, they are all part of being a student athlete and a human being.
Learning how to handle these ups and downs on the field prepares us to handle them off the field too.
I am IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character. This is education-based athletics. This is your IHSAA.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
Animals are languishing in U.S. shelters, especially dogs who look a certain way. These dogs are just as deserving of loving homes as any type of dog, which is why we decided to help them get out of kennels. Join the thousands of supporters of our mission to help us expand our national reach and proudly place more dogs from kennels into their forever homes. To learn more about our mission, please visit us at kennel2couch.org.
My name is Bobby. I'm a veteran and lost my leg to a roadside bomb. My victory was going from a wheelchair to becoming a weightlifting champion.
I'm Sam. I'm a veteran. My victory was finding a career I can be proud of and supporting my family.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
I'm a veteran, and my victory was finishing my education.
DAV offers veterans of all generations
Dog and new best friend.
We help more than 1 million veterans every year as they face and conquer their challenges.
My victory is being able to be there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
A tree can be a warrior, battling global challenges with greater courage. A tree can be a solution, cleaning our air, supporting our communities, and protecting our wildlife. A tree can be noble, growing hope in every corner of the world. That's why now is the time for trees. Millions of trees. Join our planting movement at arborday.org.
Test one.
The water is open. It's time to go boating and fishing and leave stress in our wake.
Okay, back we are a little bit here as we got a special surprise. We're going to have the Newcastle
Has taught me
cheerleaders
respect for my coaches.
introduce themselves and do a cheer for us. So we're going to cue up their mics and Amy. Amy, what's your last name again? Amy Bell, in charge of the Newcastle Trojan cheerleaders. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Amy.
I am Amy Bell, and I've been a coach for about 17 years. And we recently just won state this year with our timeout routine. And I also have my daughter as a assistant coach with me too.
And her name?
Her name is Madison Bell.
Okay, Madison Bell and Amy Bell. And we're going to let all the cheerleaders introduce themselves, and then they're going to do a special cheer for us.
Okay, Trenton.
My name's Trenton Boughton. My name's Jack Bertram.
My name is Cashlyn Gray.
My name's Maya Chambal.
My name is McKenna Prickett.
My name's Mallory Stansberry.
My name's Jada Crow.
My name's Alea Armstrong.
My name's Janelle Burkett. My name's Denise Lee.
My name is Sienna Bell.
My name's Lexi Sita.
My name's Colby.
I'm Zach Reeser.
I'm Reese Calloway.
I'm Faith Patterson. I'm Bailey Smith.
I'm Evelyn Burgess.
I'm Brinley Crane.
I'm Lily Lamb.
Andrew Baker.
Zadie Lee Perez.
Eliana Merida.
Austin Nance. Zoe Rader.
Audrey Brown.
All right, excellent. Good job, Amy. Now we're going to have a special cheer they're going to do for us?
Yes.
Okay.
Charges! NC! Charges! Let's go! NC! Let's hear it! One, all white and green! No, white and green! White and green! NC! Charges! 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 White and green!
All right. Very good job, Amy. They've been doing a great job all year, haven't they?
Yes, they have. They've done a phenomenal job this year.
Well, we appreciate the whole cheer staff and you coming over so our audience can see the Newcastle Trojans cheer team. We'll have to do this again before the season's out.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate you asking us to do this tonight, and they appreciate it as well.
All right. Thanks so much, Amy Bell, and we'll talk to you more.
Okay, thank you.
That's the Newcastle Trojans cheer team and their leader, Amy Bell, coming over to do a special cheer for you Trojans fans that are watching tonight's victorious win for our Newcastle Trojans. So there's always kind of surprises that pop up, and we're happy to do those for the Newcastle Trojans cheer team. And more importantly, our Newcastle Trojans win by a final score of 57-39. Now, they did not give me enough time to finish my stats, but I'm almost there, folks. 3, 5, 16. Bear with me here as I just finish a couple things. 2, 4, 7. Okay, we will start off first of all for our Newcastle Trojans. And head coach Matt Luce is here. That is great. And coach has brought a couple players, which is great. I love this. So hold on, coach. I got to change. We had the cheer team come out. I don't know if you saw that with the surprise. And now we're going to get you back on, coach. Uh-oh. Boy.
Mine's short and sweet.
Here we go.
Am I on?
Yes, you are,
Dang
David.
right. Dang right.
Everything is all right. Hey, what a great response.
What a game by the Trojans.
Yes.
And our guys just keep getting better. This is the time of the year that everybody wants to quit and move on to the spring season, and our guys don't. They just keep plugging away, and a lot of it's these two seniors. Okay, how about my coaching staff that keeps busting their butt? Our JV improved to 12-4, Lorenzo. I added a guy named Travis Stanglin. I think his mom's listening in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We've changed her from red to green, and I'm proud of her.
Yeah, I just –
hey, I've got about 30 people here, okay? I'm trying.
I know you do,
all
buddy.
right?
So before you –
there's a kid up here that I let – we played really bad when he's here. He came for the third time. Third time's a charm. We'll let him come back and cheer us on, okay? But I want you to interview these two guys. Mason Miller's a stud. Mason Miller.
I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, but Mason Miller had about 0 turnovers, guarded the best players on Friday and Saturday night, and just showed what a classy, tough player he is.
And then you got this great team player, and Lucas Eaton just does all those things that you ask him to do.
Lucas Eaton's the guy that doesn't matter if he plays or not. He wants to play, but he's the biggest cheerleader at practice, biggest cheerleader on the court, and then he played the most minutes he's played all year, rebounded, guarded, and just led the team, and that's what winners do, and he's a winner. He's going to be a winner in life. I'm really proud of him. So here
all right. So, all right, well, let's start off with the senior leader. Now, Mason Miller, we're going to turn you around here because, you know, your young, handsome face, all these people out there, they want to see that. So we got to turn you around. And, again, last night you took on the number 4 team in 4A basketball, the Mount Vernon Marauders, and that's a tough team. They got a really good team, and, of course, a Mr. Basketball candidate. And they came here, and, you know, you got to give them credit. They just outplayed you that last night.
Yeah, they hit a bunch of shots. You know, they came out hot. I think we executed really well in the second half at least. You know, we didn't give up, and that's a part of our team I really appreciate is that none of us will give in no matter if we're down 20, if we're up 20, like tonight too. Like we were up in the first half big, but we never gave up, and we kept giving the same effort like it was 0-0. And last night I really loved how we came out in the second half, and I think that built on to tonight almost. You know, like maybe we didn't have a hot start, and they started really hot. So I think it was just good for us to, you know, use last night's second half as like a, you know, like as a boost for today. And then we came out hot today, and it worked out well.
After last night's tough loss, I know you guys were just refocused and ready to come out and play a more energetic and Trojan-style basketball. And it was evident right out of the gate, I thought. You lead at the end of one, 18-13. But in that second quarter, man, everybody was getting hot. You knocked down a 3. Braylon Bennett knocks down his second 3. Let's see. Sturgis came off the bench and knocked down 2 trifecters. And Godby makes his first 3 of the year. And Mendoza makes his second 3 of the year. That's what I'm like. You know when Godby and Mendoza are knocking down 3s, not that they're bad shooters, but they just don't take very many. But it was going to be your night.
Yeah, I loved it for those guys especially. You know, they put in the work just like everyone else on the team does. And, you know, they don't get as many 3 attempts during the games, but, you know, they're still putting in the same amount of reps as everyone else. And so I'm glad that, you know, it showed. Like they got 2 to go, and, you know, it really helped their team. But I'm proud of the guys tonight because it was a team effort. You know, we all came out and we all hit 3s.
Every night, as the team's leading scorer and the senior leader, you face an aggressive style of defense. They're always on you, grabbing you, pushing you, holding you. I thought Friend tonight got away with a lot of hold and grabs. I mean, I saw you several times trying to squat his hands off of you. But, I mean, that's just something your senior year as the leader that you know you're going to get, but you're still, my man, you're still playing through it and playing good.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I give credit to my teammates as well, though, because it's hard to get people the ball. Like, whenever I'm getting guarded like that, it's not just me getting open. They got to pass me the ball, right? And it's hard because they're holding me, you know. But also, like, I love it because it's just competitiveness. It's playing basketball, and I just have a great time, you know. It's always fun.
What's it like playing for head coach Matt Luce? This is the first year that he's been guiding the program.
Yeah. I love it. You know, he pushes everyone. Like when he first got hired, I was like, you know what? Like we need people to all go in and buy in and work together. And I think that he really is doing a great job at that because he pushes everyone to the max. Like he's going to be hard on you, and he's just coaching you, and he always tells us that nothing's personal. He's just coaching us, and I really love that about him coaching. And I just like that he makes everyone work. He's not going to, deal with no one. Like, he's not going to deal with anyone not working hard. And so, when we play, it shows that we all work hard, and he's a really great coach.
Yeah, no doubt about it. One of the best in this area
Yeah.
by far.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 17 points tonight. Just continue to do your thing offensively. And as the leader of this team, you know that if you guys get hot, especially from the outside with you shooting, Sturgis, Bennett, Melton, you guys can play with anybody, especially if you guys get hot like you did tonight.
I believe that too. During the summer, we really, really shot it in, and we've had a really good record. And I think that tonight hopefully can be a catalyst for the future and how we can, continue to shoot the ball. Because when we do shoot the ball, I think we can beat everyone that we play, and I think that we're going to win a sectional and a regional and keep going from there. So I think if we just build off this win and build off the shooting performance that we had tonight, I think it'll be great.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you. I'll hand it off to Lucas.
Okay, this guy right here, Lucas Eaton. I tell you what, one of the things I like about you, man, is like I tell Coach, no matter what he needs, like he may need rebounding in a certain game, he may need defense in a certain game, he may need you to get out there and be a floor general in a certain game. Whatever he needs, he's going to rely on you to come off the bench and provide that spark.
Yeah, he does. I know that I'm not one of the main scorers or anything like that, so I show up every day, work hard, make the team better.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter to me how much I play or don't, as long as I'm doing my part. So.
And there's nothing like a performance that you guys put on tonight. I mean, it seemed like everybody that was shooting was knocking down threes.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like you guys were just more focused tonight coming off that tough loss of last night.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think last night definitely had all of us, we weren't expecting an easy game or anything like that, but it made us all mad for sure, and we came out ready to play today. Everybody did. So, and yeah, whenever everyone's scoring around me, it makes me just as happy as if it was me. So
I asked Mason Miller this question. I'm going to ask you the same question.
Okay.
What's it like playing for head coach Matt Luce?
It's a great time. There's a lot of conditioning.
Yeah.
Not easy, but it's good. He's good for us. Keeps us all together, all disciplined. So.
What's it like wearing that green and white uniform that says Newcastle?
It's special.
Yes, it is.
I love it, playing in this awesome gym. I just moved here last year.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for stopping by. Good luck the rest of the year. We're going to have you guys out more in post-game chat.
All right, well, I look forward to it.
Good job. That's
All right.
Lucas Eaton. Again, another of Matt Luce's outstanding Trojan basketball players. So we appreciate not only Coach Luce coming out, he brought a couple players. Tonight was just surprising. We had cheerleaders come out. They do a special cheer for us. Then we have Coach Luce come out with a couple players. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did too. So, again, Newcastle wins 57-39. The stats, first of all, for Monroe Central, the leading scorer for the Golden Bears was Luke Morgan, who had 16 points. Tyshawn Beatty had 11. And Jackson Conco added 5. With 2 free throws was Peyton Chamness. 5 points also went to Eli Friend. They shot 7 out of 8 from the free throw line. 7 out of 7 in the fourth quarter. That's when they made and shot most of their free throws. I had them with 8 turnovers and 21 rebounds. For the Newcastle Trojans, it was Mason Miller once again leading the Trojans in scoring with 17 points. Right behind him was a very confident now Braylon Bennett, who has just been playing some good basketball as of late. He'll finish with 12. Maddox Mountain had 5. Nick Godby hit a 3 tonight, his first 3 of the year, and he will finish with 3. Ryan Sturgis came in that second quarter and came out guns a-blazing, knocking down 2 3 balls and going 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Then he hit another field goal in the third quarter. He'll finish with 12. And Luke Mendoza, he started this whole offensive party in the opening quarter. He knocks down a 3, a couple field goals, and an and-one free throw. He had all 8 of his points in the opening quarter. The Trojans were 8 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. They had 6 turnovers and 21 rebounds themselves. So the Newcastle Trojans improved to 7-9. The Monroe Central Golden Bears will drop to 11-4. Next up for the Golden Bears, they'll play Thursday night against Union of Modoc. And next up for our Newcastle Trojans, they will play 1 week from tonight on this same court. It will be game 4 of their 5-game homestand. They'll play against Franklin County. But I want to remind you, Trojan fans, this Tuesday night, the Yorktown Sectional number 24 will get underway. Game 1 on Tuesday night will have our Lady Trojans 14-8 taking on the 15-7 Jay County Patriots. They'll start at 6 o'clock. Hopefully our Lady Trojans win that game 1. I've been told that Carly Lanzer injured her ankle at Mount Vernon to wrap up the regular season last night, and some reports that I'm hearing aren't too good. Anytime that you're in a walking boot, from what I was told, Carly Lanzer's in, that's going to be tough. So we hope that she can get a lot of treatment and try to be able to go at it in sectional play this Tuesday night against Jay County. So they'll be in game 1 at 6 o'clock on Tuesday night. Game 2 on Tuesday night will have the Hamilton Heights Huskies and the Connersville Spartans, both with similar records at 15-6. And they will play the second game on Tuesday night. Delta and Yorktown got the bye, so Delta will take on the winner between Our Lady Trojans and Jay County on game 1 on Friday night at 6 o'clock. In Yorktown, the host school will take on the winner between Hamilton Heights and Connersville. That will be the second game on Friday night at 7:30. And, of course, the sectional championship game will be Saturday. So, for a final time tonight, the boys varsity Trojans get their 7th win over Golden Bears of Monroe Central, 57-39. Folks, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your weekend. Stay warm out there and always be safe. We'll talk to you this Tuesday night from Yorktown for Lady Trojans sectional action. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.